Am I still bullish on Coq Inu? The answer is yes. And the reason for that is because, yeah, sure, Coq Inu has had a pullback. A lot of people, they've stopped believing in Coq Inu. They think it's caca now, but I don't, because I do believe that the better days are still ahead. I mean, you got to think about this, right? Historically speaking, we're not even at the peak of the bull run yet. We take a look at how, historically speaking, usually altcoins, they do reach their peak anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. As we all know, the Bitcoin halving event did just very recently happen. So when we take that into consideration, right, either potentially 6 to 18 months from right now, we're taking a look at best case scenario, which would be October of this year, or even worst case scenario, October of next year, for altcoins to truly showcase what they're capable of. So again, right, this pullback, in my opinion, I do believe it is very temporary. And of course, right, I'm not telling anyone to go all in on Coq Inu, because that's not what I'm doing myself. Personally, what am I doing? Anytime I earn income, I set aside some for my favorite projects, which of course includes Coq Inu. What I do is I dollar cost average. So I just put incremental amounts on a consistent basis. And that way, right, if a project that I'm investing in, let's say it has a pullback, not doing too hot, a lot of selling pressure, a lot of people not believing in it anymore, I'm not necessarily getting cooked because I'm not putting all in, right? I still have ammo to scoop up on the dips, so to speak. And also, right, the beauty about this is that if, let's say, someone runs out of funds, let's say they can't dollar cost average a certain month for whatever reason, then by just holding, quite essentially, the way I view it is that even if my portfolio is down, it's not a loss until I sell. And now, of course, that's not financial advice, but some people out there who day trade, who use leverage, swing trade, right? If they make a mistake, it could be very bad. For instance, if someone uses leverage, they're using something crazy like 69x leverage or whatever people are using nowadays. Let's say they do that. They get stop loss, they get liquidated. What happens? That's it. There's no coming back from that. By dollar cost averaging, by just acquiring and holding, if my portfolio is down, hey, I'll just hold it through, right? I'll just wait it out. And also, you got to take this into consideration. Coq Inu, it's an Avalanche meme coin. Now, Avalanche, very underrated, because a lot of people, they think that it's the little brother to Solana. They think that Solana is the big dog. They think that Avalanche, it's kind of like the Robin, right? Not really famous. No one really cares about it. They think that Solana, it's like the Batman. Now, here's the thing. In my opinion, Avalanche, it's actually very underrated in a sense that people don't realize just how special it is. I mean, it has one of the best decentralized finance ecosystems out there. It's top 10 in the world in terms of total value locked, in terms of decentralized finance, according to DeFi Llama. So I think that right there is very insane. A lot of people, they don't know this, but yeah, Avalanche is that fantastic. You also got to take into consideration how Avalanche has been able to facilitate over 8 billion transactions, which is ridiculous. Now, of course, some people may say that, oh, wow, Ethereum, it's more established, more fans, more hype. Even though Ethereum has had its Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, becoming proof of stake, it still has fundamental compromises. For instance, its high gas fees, which is a complete no bueno, of course. We take a look at how it's arguably not even scalable still as of right now, which is a major issue. So it's not perfect. Now, when you take a look at Avalanche, does it have those issues? It does not, right? You take a look at how it's highly scalable and gas fees are extremely cheap, unlike, again, Ethereum. You also have to take into consideration how a lot of Ethereum meme coins out there, they're kind of struggling, especially the smaller ones, because these smaller Ethereum meme coins, they again have to deal with the high gas fees and, the scalability issues. Now, some Ethereum meme coins out there that have grown in size, for instance, we take a look at Shiba Inu. This sort of escaped Ethereum's vice grip. That's what I like to call it, because Shiba Inu initially, right, had to deal with, all this type of nonsense, sky-high gas fees, not being scalable, Ethereum. But what happened? Because they had massive growth in 2021, they had the resources to launch Shibarium, which is a layer 2 scaling solution, which quite essentially allows Ethereum to be enjoyed, but not having to deal with any of the type of nonsense. So again, that's amazing for Shiba Inu. But my argument is this. What happens if something like Shiba Inu never popped off? What happens if there's a smaller meme coin on Ethereum that doesn't have the resources that something like Shiba Inu has? Then they're stuck, right? They're stuck in quicksand. They're stuck in the mud, so to speak. But when it comes to an Avalanche meme coin, it doesn't matter how small it is. That's what she said. It doesn't really matter because Avalanche, it's fundamentally fantastic to the point that it doesn't need, a layer 2 solution. That's not the case whatsoever. At least that's the way I view it. It's not necessary. So again, right, when it comes to Coq Inu being on Avalanche, man, that's perfect in my opinion. And I could very well see Coq Inu reaching great heights during the peak of this bull run. So I don't want to miss out on it. And if you want to know as to how high I think Coq Inu could go during the peak of this bull run, my price target, make sure to go ahead and click on this thumbnail right here. It's a very fantastic video, and I think you all would really love it. Make sure to subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.